welcome to today's video. Today we are going to have a video about one of the most asked questions in this channel, which is whether or not studying in Thailand worth it overall. In this video, we're not only going to talk about my opinions, but also I'm going to give you some facts about here. And by the end, hopefully you can decide whether or not it's really worth it for you to come and study here. I've been living here for 4 years. So you can actually rely on my response a little bit. I have 4-year experience. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Laura and I'm an engineering student in Chulalongkorn University, Thailand, and I study in robotics and AI. Bachelor degree. Still quite a lot left. I'm gonna be a 2nd-year student in a little while because like finals are close. Okay, move on to the video. So let's go, shall we? Okay. So the first thing you're going to consider is the living expenses. Living expenses in Thailand is 60% less than United States. So by this you can tell that living here is way less expensive than many other countries in the universe. And actually my experience agree on this. Whether it's grocery shopping or paying rents and stuff, it's cheaper. Currently, I'm living in iHouse, which is an international dormitory for international students. I already made a video about that. You can get an idea about the rents that they take because I mentioned everything in that video. So I link it at the top right corner. And if you care about gym and exercise and that sort of stuff, there is 2 options for you near here, which are gonna be free, so not gonna add up to your living expenses, which one of them is CU Centenary Park, which is, I already made a video about it, link it at the top right corner, and also a CU Sport Complex, which you can access it via your student ID card. So the second option you're going to consider is the scholarship. So hopefully in Chulalongkorn and many other universities in Thailand, scholarships are offered for bachelor students. As you may know by now, if you're trying to apply for bachelor in some countries, they do not offer scholarship for bachelor students, or they have very strict requirements. I'm not saying getting scholarships in Thailand or Chula in total is easy. I'm just saying that you have the opportunity, because in many countries you don't even have that opportunity. Like they offer scholarship starting from master upwards, not bachelor. So you have that opportunity, so be happy. If you want to know whether or not the major you want to study actually has a scholarship offered in Chulalongkorn, I really encourage you to look at the video. 2 videos actually. I link at the top right corner. To see whether or not your major actually has a scholarships offered in Chula, and if it does, how to apply and that sort of stuff. The third thing you need to consider is the weather. Well, weather is much of a bumper to many people because many people cannot tolerate humid and hot weather, which actually makes sense, but like this is what it is. We can't change the weather of a country, right? This is the summary of the weather throughout a year in Thailand. Don't get me wrong, we have good weathers here. We have that sort of weather that you need to wear some sort of coat to go out. That exists, but that's quite rare. It depends on the place you live. But the good thing is all the shopping malls or stores or university classes, everything, they have really, really good air conditioner. So you don't feel hot in closed areas or your room, which always have air conditioner, but you probably will feel very hot if you go out like at 12 a.m. Yeah. Some parts of the year you get like this coldish weather that like it's really nice. It's not like freezing, but it's like really cool and nice, but that's quite rare. That doesn't happen that much often. So you need to like make yourself prepared for sweating all the time and need to take shower twice a day. Not twice a day, once a day is enough, but like you need to take shower quite often. The only thing you need to consider right now is whether or not you can tolerate this weather, and whether or not it's even an important factor for you to consider. The only problem comes when it comes to your room, which you also have air conditioner, but when you want to use air conditioner, it adds up to your living expenses. which leads us to the fourth important factor you need to consider, which is air conditioner expenses. I really want to separate this because I'm not saying electricity here is too expensive, no, but air conditioner are more expensive than other stuff. Makes sense, right? As you can see, if you turn on your air conditioner between 35 to 45 degrees Celsius for 30 days a month, every day, 8 hours per day, you're going to pay 646 and 739 baht accordingly. And also you need to consider that electricity in Thailand is charged at progressive rates. What does that mean? Look at this. As you can see on this chart, it's easily obtained that when you use more electricity, after some degrees, it's gonna cost you more per kilowatt. So like, makes sense. So you can start calculating how much you think it will cost for you. And for weather is pretty cheap here, so you don't even need to consider that. I assure you, you can pay for your weather. So if you do not want to use air conditioner, personally, I don't use air conditioner because genuinely I don't feel hot when I have a fan. So you can get a fan, you can use it because the weather here is humid. When you have a fan, you're actually doing pretty good. You don't need air conditioner. So you have an alternative called a fan, which is pretty useful here. Everyone has it. So I recommend you to get a fan as soon as you got here. The fifth thing I want you to consider is the level of education. In general, in Thailand, the level of education is pretty high. Education is offered in a high level. The sources and materials and all the things that you're going to learn in university, they're actually useful and they are actually based on the world standards. So good. Specifically talking about Chulalongkorn University, it ranked first in Thailand and 3 other ranks that I will wait 3 seconds for you to read them. And these are some of the other rankings of Chulalongkorn. Take your time. So yeah, and I'm already an engineering student in Chula, and I can tell based on my experience that I have, you're not gonna miss on educational stuff if you come to here and go to university or go to US and go to university. It definitely depends on the rank of the university you're going to in Thailand, but in Chula specifically, you're not gonna lose anything educational wise. The material you're going to learn in here, or in here I mean specifically Chulalongkorn because I don't have experience in any other university in Thailand. So the material you're going to learn in Chulalongkorn or some other universities in US, they're particularly the same because it's standardized. The same level and the same difficulty, so you're not gonna lose anything. You're learning basically the same thing. Many people ask me about whether or not they're able to make friends here, and they were worrying about socializing because like they don't know any Thai and that sort of stuff. So let me tell you that I don't know any Thai too. I'm a complete foreigner who doesn't know any Thai, who doesn't have any plan to learn any Thai. But based on my experience, in Chula, everyone knows English. From professors, staffs, or maids, everyone knows English, students, so you can easily communicate and make friends, and people are so supportive, so you're not going to feel like kind of like a foreigner or a stay alone. Not at all. That's not going to happen for you in Chula. And when you come outside of Chula, like the social life in Bangkok in total, it's actually pretty convenient. You may find some people who doesn't know as much as English as you can like easily talk to them, but they're actually, you don't need to talk to everyone here, right? Because the majority of the people who you are willing to communicate with, or they're working in stores or malls and that sort of places, they actually know English enough to assist you and talk to you. That's it. So in conclusion, you're not going to have difficulty make friends in universities, not at all, because everyone knows English pretty awesomely. They're studying in English, most of them. And outside university, in like day-to-day life in Thailand, you're not going to face any big problem. So you're good. Many of you actually ask me about the food and stuff here. So let me tell you that in the place I'm living at currently, literally it doesn't matter where do you live, you actually almost everywhere can find a 7-Eleven where you can buy food from. But if you don't like 7-Eleven foods and you get tired of it, you can also order your food online using two apps that is like most popular here, which is Food Panda, here's the logo, and Grab, which you can use it both for transporting or ordering food and stuff. And the third option for you are the restaurants. You can find many restaurants here with like the food that is like 60 baht per dish or 400 baht per dish. So really it depends on you and what you prefer to eat and spend. So no problem food wise. So the next thing that I want you to consider is how easy is it to get around here. So Bangkok is a crowded place, which means if you have a car, it's gonna take you ages to get to somewhere. So I really do not recommend you to rent a car when you come here or that sort of stuff. I really encourage you to use buses, public transportation, or some bicycles that you can find it so easily here. There's like an app that you can use these bicycles and they're pretty cheap and you can go wherever you want with them. And even if you want to use car to go some places, you can use taxi and that sort of things to go, right? For example, there's like this bus that offers for Chulalongkorn University students. It's not only, it's in the public use, everyone can use it, but like it's for Chulalongkorn University that takes us from in front of iHouse and has a stop in front of every faculty in Chula. And this is how I go to university every morning most usually. And these buses, they're like these pink buses like this. They're free, so like you don't even need to pay, so that's really convenient, right? And for getting around here, there are some motorcycles. Like when you go like taxi you see on the street, like there are some motorcycles here. They can take you to anywhere you want when you tell them where do you want to go, and some taxis also, and something they call it tuk-tuk, which looks like this, and they cost the same as like the taxi stuff, but it's like pretty convenient. Like there's a lot of wind coming in. So in general, you can use public transportation, you can use the motorcycle and the cars on the street that you may see. And you can also use the bicycles that I told you about. They look like this. And also you can use an app. If you're going to live in iHouse and somewhere near here, you're going to use an app called Move Me, which, here is the logo. And which you can use it to get around. It's really cheap. If you want to go, it doesn't take you to far places, but just somewhere around here. If you want to go like somewhere close to your university, or you want to go to your faculty, or you want to like go to closed malls or that sort of places, within a specific area, it has really cheap expenses to get you around. So now you can get around. The next thing that I want to pretty quick mention it is the pollution. So Bangkok is a crowded place, and of course it's a polluted place. I'm not saying that every day that you wake up you will see like the sky in gray. No, actually you will never see the sky in gray, but in total Bangkok, in compared to other cities in Thailand, is the most polluted one, and many of the good universities are located in Bangkok, so like you need to deal with a little bit of pollution. And the last thing that I want to mention is your skin health. Let me take my time in this one because it's pretty important. You need to take care of your face or your skin here in general, because the sun here literally can have really bad effects on your skin deeply inside. You may not realize it during the time you're studying here, but after you left you start to see some spots on your face or wrinkles, because like the sun here, the sun rays are so powerful because we're the closest to sun, right? So when you come here you need to take care of your skin to keep yourself healthy, because sun, you know that sun can have many bad damages done to you if you don't protect yourself from it, especially here in Thailand. And the only thing I'm begging you to do is to use sunscreen. Please, please, please use sunscreen here on your whatever part of your body which is out of your clothes. You need to cover it with sunscreen. And by good care, I only mean using sunscreen. When you go out or when you go to university or when you expose yourself to the sun, you need to use sunscreen to protect your skin from getting damaged. So actually you can stop the sun to harm your skin. Ta-da! So that's it for today's video. I really hope I answered all of your questions, and by now you can really decide whether or not studying in Thailand is worth it for you. Please, if this video was helpful, consider subscribing to my channel and support me by liking this video and comment any other question that you may have, and I will do my best to get back to you as soon as I can. If you happen to come to Thailand and be in Chulalongkorn, I'll be happy to see you.